What's up, guys? Welcome back to another vlog. Today we are going to be unboxing a lot of new equipment for the Anthem company. We've got a lot of new things happening in this new year, a lot of ideas, but we need the gear to execute. Most of the gear is here, still waiting in the mail to get a couple packages, but I think the essentials are here. So we're gonna unbox some of this stuff. Here's what we got so far from Sweetwater, but the box came kind of ripped. I'm hoping that it was a heavy box and that nobody stole anything. So this guy caught my eye. Let's see if you can figure out what we're doing. It is a Rodecaster Pro. I'm excited to try this out. What else we got in here? Some of you guys who work in churches know what this is. I actually have the smaller version of that, and it's underneath the desk. It's underneath the desk, don't mind the cable management. I have the smaller version, but for what we're doing for the Anthem company, it's going to be a little different. We need more. 1 and 2, 3. Never tried these out. These are the Sony ZV-E10s, and I wanted 3 of them. I've been using a Canon 90D for a while. I haven't had the need to upgrade, and you're looking through a DJI Osmo. Ooh, I like this. This is compact. I think I ordered the mirrorless cameras, which is why it's so small. I've heard a lot of great things about Sony cameras, so yeah, I'm excited to use these. These are a bundle that came with the lens. Got the Sonys, and we got, musicians know what this is. This is a cloud lifter. Uno SM7B with a cloud lifter and cables. Not sponsored. I love these guys. I have, well, this one came with the DJI Osmo, but I have the older versions of these. So, but I wanted to get more of these just for TAC purposes. So, more cables and more cables. So that's box number 1. I wonder if any of you guys can figure out what we're doing with all this gear.
Where's the candy?
Yeah, where's the candy? Where's the candy? Oh, here it is.
I'm gonna cry.
Sweetwater, what are we doing? This is like, these 2 boxes was like $8 grand worth of gear, and you send me a couple pieces of bubble gum and a Tootsie Roll. I remember back in the days when you guys used to pack these bags. It's like, I know inflation's tough, but
Oh man, these are bad.
ugh. Okay, so we are still missing another box from Sweetwater, but I think this might have came in from Amazon, but we got another 2 of these. So these are the Yamaha HS5s. I believe they're 5-inch speakers. I actually, since we do a lot of songwriting events and things like that, it's nice to have a backup pair. So I actually run with those. This was the first order, and I really liked them. So we got another one, another pair for Jason when he hosts writing events and things like that. We're still missing 2 more SM7Bs and the cloud lifters, but let's keep this party rolling. A lot of the stuff over here is more boring stuff. Got a computer monitor. I'm afraid the first couple boxes were the more exciting pieces of gear. Cables for the cameras, SD cards, another micro SD card, another cable, a phone tripod for capturing phone clips, going live from the phone on TikTok, tripod number 1, and I've got 2 more in here, and just like boring stuff like power strips, more boxes. Oh, headphone extenders for the headphones, you know, just like adapters And I'm excited to try this out. This is the Elgato teleprompter once everything is up and running. And I'll probably have to do an update video once this is all like set up. I believe these are the dummy batteries for the cameras. This is almost everything. So I'm excited for this to all get set up. And let me know in the comments what you think all of this stuff is going to add up to and what we're doing with it. Okay, I have another update for you. Got everything set up behind me. Still waiting on a couple more boxes. I forgot to order a couple of microphones, but I have just this mini setup to make sure everything is plugging in and working properly and make sure that I don't need to return anything or exchange anything. The only thing that I think I messed up were I ordered the wrong dummy batteries. I was being a big dummy and I ordered the wrong dummy batteries for the cameras. So right now they're just running off of the regular batteries. But ideally I'd like to hardwire them all in so I don't have to mess around with that. So let's do a little bit of a walkthrough of what we're doing and how I have everything set up and what my plan is. So we'll start here with the computer. This is the thing that is controlling the switcher, and I have the audio plugged into here. So this is obviously the main mothership here. Over here, this is the first time I actually really took a deep dive into this. This is the Rodecaster Pro 2. And what it allows me to do is I have 4 XLR mic input channels on the back. And we're going to be running with, I ordered 3 of these. And if we have another guest at some point, maybe we'll order another one. But 4 options for headphones, and then a lot of cool USB plug-in options. And I can even route to external speakers if I want to. The basic gist of this is it's a soundboard. You have some sound capabilities. You can trigger music, things like that. You have custom mixes for headphones, and you can record directly to this. And there are a lot of like cool onboard plugins too, like reverb, voice changers. And I'm thinking from a musician standpoint, reverb would be really nice because they have also designed this to where you could plug instruments into it if we wanted to get a nice little acoustic live session. But you can also route other audio from your computer. Let's say you're running from an Apollo or something, and you can run more audio into this from there. So if we wanted to run tracks or something, that'd be kind of cool. So that's all the audio. So the audio is coming from here, and I'm routing it. I took one of the headphone outs into this Anthem Mini Extreme. So we've got 8 camera inputs. This is what's called a camera switcher, and you can also live stream directly off of this thing, and you can record the summation of all the videos to an external SSD. So basically what I'm running, I have 3 cameras in the back, and then this extra HDMI cable is coming straight off of my computer, which allows me to screen share from the computer itself. So we have 3 options of cameras and then 1 screen share option. Actually, we have another one too, so if Jason and I are both screen sharing our computers, we could have 2 computers in there that we can switch back and forth, which is pretty awesome. And then the cameras that I'm running into that switcher are Sony ZV-E10 II. So I ordered 3 of those. This is my personal setup over here. This is a nice, bigger, more professional version of what I have. So I have the A10 Mini there. And that's what I have been familiar with for a while. And I've been using this Canon 90D for a really long time. So when I first bought the camera, I wanted something that was kind of a mix between video and taking photos and get good at that. But I've also heard really good things about Sony cameras. This is a good starting set of cameras. On this camera, I have the Elgato teleprompter. But the really cool thing is, I don't know if you can see that, but we can reroute and do Zoom calls and webinars and things like that to where we can pull up the calls themselves and we can talk to people directly through that, and it looks like we're looking through the camera. And I realized with this Elgato camera that I can switch between the display option and the text option. So if we do any pre-recorded stuff, we can get text. And we can also swap back to the displays, which is really cool. And then I've got another Sony camera in there. And this screen here is what's called the multi-view. and we take the multi-view straight out of the Anthem. And what it allows us to do is preview all of these videos from video feeds from all these cameras. So this is camera 1, 2, 3. You can see all the audio levels. And this audio level right here is from the Rode. This is the program. This shows everything that everybody else is seeing right now. And we can switch through different cameras on the program. And then we've got my computer. This is the option for the second computer. And then these are just, this shows the status of the SSD. It's not plugged in right now. And then when we're live, which is my next point, we can go live straight off the Ethernet on here, on this Anthem. What we're doing for us, all simultaneously, we can go live to YouTube straight off the Anthem. We can host a call with somebody, and the Rodecaster allows us to capture really high quality audio. So not only can we go live straight to YouTube, but at the same time we could be on a call, like an Anthem network call, and we can also capture our really nice audio so that we have the option to do a podcast, get everything on film, every single angle, and have the option to do all of these things. We can choose to do one or all of them at the same time, and that's the really cool thing about this setup. Again, these guys are not paying me to do or talk about any of this stuff. I've just had personal experience with everything here, how to set up cameras, how to go live with Anthem, connect to the computer. The only thing that I haven't really had much time to play around with was this Rode, and played around with it last night, and I really like how it's turned out. The audio is really crisp and clear. There's individual presets for specific mics. So if you're a musician watching this, you know that when you use this, you have to use a cloud lifter or some sort of lifter. The preamps in here are designed to where you can completely bypass the cloud lifter. So I bought a cloud lifter for all of these because I'm like, yeah, you have to use it just in case for audio recording for music stuff. But it sounds really stinking good without the cloud lifter because of the preamps that are built to match this type of microphone. Again, this is just the temporary setup. We'll have the cameras more spread out with better lighting and things like that, but this video is just to make sure that everything worked and everything is working awesome. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.